Okay, so welcome to the track, the final part of my 7 fundamentals of resistance training today. Now, not every gym has a track, but the ones that do, unfortunately, not a lot of people get to really utilize it because they don't know how to do it, they don't know why they should do it, and normally not all PTs and coaches even use it with their clients because they stick to what they know. Now, obviously for me, and luckily for you guys, whether you're online clients or one-to-one in-person clients, I teach you everything. And the reason being is because down the track, we actually get strength and conditioning at the same time. And what do I mean by that? Well, you're lifting weights at speed, and at the same time, because it's cardio based and we do circuits, you're getting the aerobic and cardiovascular benefits at the same time. So if you're trying to get leaner, stronger, fitter, all at the same time, this is where you want to be because you get the best of both worlds. Now that makes it a little bit harder, a little bit more taxing on your body, but you'll get more from it. People who like to high rocks and other types of challenges like that, Tough Mudder and whatnot, you will benefit from this a lot as well. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to cover as many movements as I can in the circuits in which I would teach my one-to-one PT clients, 3 at a time, in a circuit, back to back, and then we move from one to the other. It's always upper and lower. I like to do total body down here so you don't skip any area. And we're actually going to start first of all with a sled drag with the ropes, kind of like a strongman movement. Then we're going to push the sled, which is going to be legs. So the first one is going to be a lot of arms and back and core. The second one, quads, and the last one will be battle ropes. And there's a few variations of battle ropes, and I'm going to show you each one on each circuit. So as you saw there, I did a standing and a seated sled row. The reason being, when you're standing, you have a lot more stability and help from your legs. As soon as you sit on the floor and you've got nothing to wedge it against, it's 10 times harder on the arms and back and the core. So switch it up, try both. As you saw, it was an underhand grip and you're feeding it through, constantly moving it. If you stop, you've then got all that dead weight, okay? So keep the momentum, that's fine here. We're doing something different compared to the other part of the gym. With the battle ropes, again, you saw I did a low version, which is a lot more on the wrists and forearms, a high version, which is more shoulders and arms, that's the really tough one. And the kneeling one, the reason why I did kneeling, what essentially happens when you're on your knees, you have more pull forward, okay? So it's trying to pull you forward, which puts more stress on your core because you are not stable. It also helps people who have lower back issues because they're having to resist that pull, and because they're not hunched over like that on the standing one, there's no pull on the lower back because they are more upright in that kneeling position because they lean back slightly and it's all here, okay? So you can try that as well. With the sled, as you saw, my feet were wide and I was leaning down, but as I started, I didn't arch my back. I kept it flat. That's the only thing you need to remember for that movement. Okay, so the next circuit is going to comprise of the medicine ball and the tire, and also we've got the farmer's carries over there as well. So this is going to be upper body, lower body, and upper body again. So the way we do this, again, is all circuit based, 3 movements back to back. With the ball, I'm going to do 3 different variations, 2 different variations on the tire, and 2 variations on the farmers.
Rolling and action.
Okay, so as you saw in that circuit, the first movement we did was the wall throw, and you probably noticed that I switched my legs in between, and the reason being was because I don't want to create imbalance on just one side only, my dominant side, which is actually my right side for my lower body. So I actually switched it up and switched my legs in between, about a 10-15 second marker. So always do that as well. With the slam and the ceiling toss, as you saw, I waited for the ball to come down before I threw at the ceiling. Make sure when you're in that squat position looking up, look at your target and throw. If you don't look where you're aiming, it will go forward, okay? With the slam, as you saw also, as I came up and brought over my shoulders, I raised up on my toes and I ended in a squat. If you just hold the ball and drop it, there's no power, okay? Use your whole body to generate more force as you come down, okay? And the last one you saw of the one arm throw, you probably noticed as I brought that arm round and fully locked out, the other arm went back, similar to the landmine press. So that rotation there generated more force, okay? You want a full lockout, and for both of them, the one arm and the two arm versions, it was at chest height, okay? That was that. For the flips and the drags, you may have noticed the actual flip is a deadlift, okay? So you need to have a wide stance and scoop it under. Always start very close to the tire, because if you're too far back, you're gonna put strain on your lower back. Whereas if you're here, you can use a lot more hips and glutes to help move that. The Tyre drag, that's the very tricky one. That's very technical, okay? So as you are jumping backwards, as your feet are just about to touch the floor, that's when you're pulling. If you jump back and stop, you've got no momentum. So you must jump and drag, jump and drag. It's all one motion. Once you've got that technique, it's like riding a bike, it's easy and it will move quickly. The floor creates more resistance, so bear that in mind. It's much harder than the actual flip, because once the tire's halfway up, there's no more drag, is there? Because the air is in the way. And then lastly, for those farmer's carries, you may have seen on the first round I was going very slowly, and the reason being for that is because the slower I go and the more careful I step, the longer it takes me to do those laps, okay? Which in turn puts more stress on my traps, on my shoulders and on my arms. Also, as I'm not running with it, there's no momentum and there's no swing. So my core is really working hard to minimize that swing. Whereas the other version, I ran really quickly, and that's more of a strongman style, which you may have seen in World's Strongest Man, where they put as much weight as they can, they move as quick as possible and drop the weights. We can do that as well, but be cautious, because that will potentially put more strain on your lower back. So never go too crazy on that. And as you saw, when I picked up the weight, I lifted with my legs and I placed it down carefully in a squat. I didn't just drop them. And I also, at the end of the track, dropped the weight, turned round and then went again. I didn't turn with the frames. So do not do that.